So recently a Vlog Squad member decided to come out on live to call out Trisha Paytas for lying about her and the Vlog Squad. And this Vlog Squad member is Carly. Trisha has been very vocal about how she feels about the Vlog Squad for years now, so it's crazy that it took this long for one of the members to come out and talk about how they feel about Trisha. Carly has come out to pretty much defend herself and David Dobrik. She says that she heard Trisha say some things on Frenemies that weren't true, that made the Vlog Squad look bad, and she wanted to clear some things up. Carly says that there were many things that Trisha said about the Vlog Squad that were not true, but she only cleared one thing up. So on Frenemies, there was a time where Trisha told Ethan that when she was still a part of the Vlog Squad, at one point, David no longer wanted to include Trisha in his vlogs since she was so problematic, so he would have her wait in the car while he filmed, along with the other boring Vlog Squad members. And Carly was named by name as one of those boring Vlog Squad members.
This is my thing. He tried to start kicking me out of the Vlog Squad when like old David. He's like, we need to get Trisha out when like this old video of me saying I support Trump surfaced, right? I said like immigrants are stealing our jobs. Some stupid that like it's stupid, whatever. And it came out, obviously David's DACA or whatever. And so that's when he started like being like, we're not filming with Trish. I would go over and he's like, Trish, you stay in the car. Like he used to film with me every single day. And I get it. Okay, fine. Distance yourself from me. Like whatever. I'm problematic. Blah,
he would
blah,
tell you to stay in the car?
Yeah. Stopped filming with me. So this was like all around.
Wait, what does that mean he would tell you to stay in the car? Like you would go somewhere?
Yeah, like we always went around like.
And everybody would get out and he would say, stay in the car?
Yeah.
Huh?
Whatever. I mean, I get it. I was like.
Did he ever do that to anybody else?
Like the boring ones, like Carly and Aaron, they always had to like stay back. We started using them after I left because like the girls.
What?
Yeah.
What kind of world is this where he's telling people to stay in the car? I mean,
well,
this is
it's fine. I guess like whatever.
It's
I'm problematic.
odd.
It was old video of me, whatever.
And now, a few years later, Carly is calling Trisha out for saying that. She got onto live to talk about the situation and cleared some things up, called Trisha out for lying, and pretty much defended herself as well as David. Carly says that there were a few stories that Trisha told on Frenemies about the Vlog Squad that she would twist to make them look dumb. Carly addresses the story that Trisha told about some of the Vlog Squad members waiting in the car and says what really happened. She says that one time David, Carly, and some of their other friends were driving around Santa Monica when Howie Mandel invited David to a Super Bowl party. At this time, they didn't really know Howie that well, so David figured he couldn't go to this party since he was in the car with a group of his friends and he didn't want to just bring them all invited or have them all just wait in the car. But the group told David to just go to the party for like 20 minutes and they would just wait in the car. So David did, but Howie came out shortly after to invite them all inside.
I don't remember exactly. I mean, they were just like weird things that were like twisted to make me look really stupid. Like I think it was like during Frenemies, like it was a time where we all were in like Santa Monica for something and driving on the way back. And on the way back, David was like, oh, I forgot. Because this was like before we really knew Howie Mandel. He was like, Howie Mandel asked me to come to a Super Bowl party, but like, I don't think I can bring all these people. So like, let's just go home. And we were like, oh my God, no, like, let's go. And like, we won't be there for very long. And he was like, I know, but I just like don't know him that well. And I don't know if I can bring in all these people. And we were like, okay, we'll just go in for like 20 minutes and come back and then we'll go home. Because like we didn't care. Yeah, and then I had to pee so bad. I think Mike and I both had to pee. And so like as a joke, we played rock, paper, scissors to see who could go in to go pee. It like really was not that serious. And then Howie ended up coming out and be like, oh my God, yeah, you guys can all come in. So then we all went in.
Carly says that the way Trisha spun it made it seem like they were all losers for waiting in the car for so long for David like that. She says that Trisha made it seem like the group just wanted any clout they could get from David, and they were willing to do whatever they could to get it, such as wait in the car for however long while David went to a party. Carly and Trisha's stories did not align exactly, but it could have been because Carly hadn't heard Trisha's retelling of the story in literal years, so some points could be a little fuzzy. Plus, this was pretty on the spot, so it's not like Carly could really go back and fact check what Trisha actually said on Frenemies verbatim. But Carly says that what Trisha had to say is not what happened at all. She also says that Trisha told some other stories that didn't happen that just made everyone look not so smart, and that it made Carly mad every time she heard Trisha retell a story from her Vlog Squad days about the other Vlog Squad members.
But the way they spinned it was like, they're such losers. Like, they just sit and wait in the car because their David Dobrik is the driver and he's making them wait and sit in the car the whole time. And, like, they just want any ounce of clout to be in the car. And it's just like, that's literally not how it happened at all. It was just like, It was stuff like that. And I'm like, you're really just going to run with this narrative and just make everyone look stupid. Like that really pissed me off. Paper, scissors thing, that's fair, whatever. You can judge off of that because that wasn't the video. But being like, they just waited in the car and just to suck David's teat when he came back. It's like, no, we literally were like, we should go and you can just run in real quick. Like, that's fine. It's not like we were sitting there like, I can't wait to be on camera. Like, God, it was so annoying. But that would piss me off. And there were a lot of things like that was like twisted weird. And it's just like, ugh.
She did not specify what the other stories were or give any other examples. But someone did ask her if she would ever go on Trisha's podcast, Just Trish, and here's what she had to say.
No, I would not go on Just Trish, I don't think.
It's understandable why Carly would be so frustrated about something like that, because in that Frenemies clip, Trisha did make the Vlog Squad members sound pretty bad and desperate and down bad for David. And at that time, the Vlog Squad was pretty irrelevant and David was getting called out bad, so Carly probably felt like she didn't have a voice to come out and say that what Trisha was saying was not true, and people probably wouldn't have believed Carly anyway. She's low-key defending David too, so she would have just looked really bad. Plus, Trisha blatantly called Carly boring. I think I'd be pretty peeved about that.
Do you ever do that to anybody else?
Like the boring ones, like Carly and Aaron, they always had to like stay back.
It's interesting that Carly didn't feel comfortable calling Trisha out at the time, but she feels comfortable doing it now. Trisha was at such a high point during Frenemies, and she's back up there for the most part with her redemption arc since the Colleen situation. The best time for Carly to speak out about this would have been while Trisha was getting called out left and right for lying about so many huge situations. And it's not like Trisha just doesn't speak about the Vlog Squad anymore, because she still actively does on her podcast. And with that, Trisha has of course talked about her ex-boyfriend and Vlog Squad member Jason Nash a lot. I wonder how Carly feels about that, if she feels so strongly about Trisha talking smack about David. David allegedly tells the other Vlog Squad members to not talk about Trisha or get into any drama, so it is interesting that Carly is calling her out.
And I used to think you were batshit crazy, and you know that's just that's just how it is with that group. When you have somebody that's exiled, it's like, oh, they're batshit. That's why they need to get out of here.
It's crazy to think that they still like
wait. There's a victim, a real victim here. And she came out and said her thing, and everybody else was like, she's a liar. She's just doing this for clout. And I realized they were doing that to me, too. And I was like, wait, there's a pattern here. You are going through shit. They're like, oh, she's bad. She's just crazy. You know, she's in the hospital, mental hospital. You know, even me, I'm like, well, maybe she is just crazy. You know, I heard always, you know, Trisha's bad shit crazy. Stay away from her. Like, avoid her.
God.
And you were already kind of leaving.
yeah.
Well,
I didn't get live. I didn't leave. They exiled me.
Exiled. But also you had a breakup with my friend, and you were targeting some of my friends at the time online. And we, you know, at the time that group is like, don't get involved in drama. Don't even feed into it like we were above it or something.
But then again, I don't think that Carly and David are really friends anymore. They haven't been seen together in a while, I don't think. So maybe that's why she feels free to talk about Trisha. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the situation in the comments. And as always, I will talk to you in the next video.